Please welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovely. Please, I came across this video on my For You, and I thought to share where this pan-colored farmer is actually calling out his colleagues, telling them and trying to make them understand the implication of the trade war. Even if China and the US has actually had an agreement, but there is still so many implications about the trade war. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. All right, lovelies, let's dive in.
Strikes again. Walmart this morning. Donald Trump's trade war strikes again. Walmart announced today it plans to raise prices in stores across America because of Donald Trump's tariffs. Here is what Walmart will say on its earnings call. Quote, given the magnitude of the tariffs, even at the reduced levels announced this week, we aren't able to absorb all the pressure given the reality of narrow retail margins, unquote. Walmart's raising prices is a canary in the coal mine for the devastation Trump's tariffs will have on Main Street. If a retailer as big as Walmart can't escape the pain of tariffs, what chance do small businesses have? Their customers are inevitably going to see prices rise. Walmart's announcement is a glaring reminder that even after supposedly backtracking on some of its tariffs, significant damage will not go away. The chaos he's unleashed is eating away at retailers, restaurants, small businesses, and middle-class families' wallets. It's still estimated these tariffs will cost thousands of dollars for each family each year. Donald Trump's tariffs are nothing more than a tax hike on consumers. I am supporting legislation with Jamie Raskin to require large retailers to start displaying clearly to customers precisely how much tariffs are contributing to the total price of products. Americans deserve transparency. If Trump's tariffs are causing prices to go up, no fault of the retailer, the American consumer ought to know it. Walmart should start displaying in their stores and online how much tariffs actually contribute to the final price of their goods. So should all other big retailers. America should know how Trump's tariffs are hurting them. People understand it, are beginning to understand it, but this display will just hit it home every time they buy a good. It shows you how destructive and chaotic Donald Trump's trade war has been. He should backtrack, totally backtrack, before we enter a recession. Specific tariffs that deal with how China treats us, the Chinese government, the Chinese economy treats us, that's fine. Not this crazy, go after everybody, poorly put together, and constantly changing tariff regime. This morning,
Rural America, I hope you're watching. Farmers and ranchers, I hope you're watching, because you're being gaslit right out of existence. Hey guys, my name's Will. This is the Back 40, and let's talk about it. Nothing summarizes, nothing epitomizes, nothing represents the gaslighting that's happening to farmers and ranchers in rural America better than the Chinese trade deal that was announced today. Can you imagine a situation in rural America at any job you hold or on any farm and ranch in this country where you could be praised, lifted up, and put on a pedestal for creating a problem, blowing up the entire economy by creating that problem, backing away from your stance that created the problem, and in the end, claiming a victory because you had to back down? That's exactly what just happened today. In rural America, farmers and ranchers, I hope you're watching, because all of America is going to pay the price, but you're going to pay a very special price. And the media plays along. Headline after headline today that Trump got his trade deal with China. And oh, what a trade deal it was. He raised the tariffs to 145%. China pushed back, raising reciprocal tariffs of their own. Farmers and ranchers lost $1.6 billion in beef sales. And Australia stepped in to fill the gap. Markets that will not come back again. Are you listening, farmers and ranchers? Up to 80% of corn crop exports gone. 37 billion metric tons of soybeans sold overseas, gone. Brazil, which used to sell China 13% of their row crop reserves and consumptibles, now sells them 43%, and those markets will not be back. Pork sales down. The threats of fowl sales, chicken, turkey, etc., going down. And what did we gain as a result? The administration admits that China gave up not one single concession to get this deal. Not one. All that happened is that the two sides agreed to lower these tariffs and to back off for 90 days, at which time they would begin to start talking about the longer term issues. So again, just to summarize, we raised tariffs on China 145%. China reciprocated and raised tariffs on the United States. Foreign markets went away that will never come back again. And billions of dollars in American agricultural sales are gone forever. All of it. All of it. So that the president and this administration, which understand agriculture and rural America about as much as I understand brain surgery and how to walk past a Shoney's all-you-can-eat breakfast bar without dipping into the biscuits and gravy, all so that they could claim a victory based on giving up, turning tail and running, rolling away with no wins, letting the Chinese show us up on the world stage, and caught in the wake, standing there in the diesel smoke, breathing in the fumes of failure, are the rural people of this country and farmers and ranchers, who more than any other group will suffer the consequences of what just happened over the past 3 months. And on top of that devastated economy, that billions of dollars in lost sales, that loss will be compounded by program after program after program designed to mitigate the risk associated with having an administration that doesn't understand rural America and agriculture. That damage will be mitigated by program after program after program going away, leaving farmers and ranchers, 30% of whom did not vote for this president, holding the bag. Many of them left with a hole in their farming and ranching budgets of anywhere from $10,000 to $300,000 because they signed a contract promising them that if they improved their operations, they'd be reimbursed for a proportion of those expenditures. Frozen, gone. Unless, of course, they were conservative farmers and ranchers screaming the loudest on social media, crying those crocodile tears. It's a sad state of affairs. And it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, a Republican, an independent, or if you wouldn't touch politics with a 10-foot pole, you're going to suffer the consequences of this bad deal. It's time to wake up. It's time to admit you were lied to. We've got farmers in this country planting crops, not because they think they're going to sell them at a profit, but because they think they're going to get the highest amount in crop insurance for that crop when it's sold at a loss. It's time to wake up. It's time to put these culture wars aside and start voting in our best interest, because how much longer do we have with Wall Street and corporate ag and international companies standing on the sidelines waiting to buy up our small farms and ranches as they fail? As bankruptcies increase, as farmer and rancher unalivings increase in this term just like they did in his last term, it's time to wake up. Join us here at the Back 40. Go to the Back 40 Official, allspelledout.com, and join us in this fight. We can't lose very many more battles like this. We can't lose our farm programs. We can't lose SNAP in rural America. We can't lose Medicaid in rural America. We can't lose infrastructure investment in rural America. We can't allow reverse Robin Hood, where money is taken out of our rural schools and given to kids that are already attending private schools. The harm that will be done will be incalculable in rural America. And I, for one, am not going to stand idly by and watch it happen. And I want you to join me in the effort. It's time to stand up. It's time to put labels aside. It's time to do the right thing.
And that man, that wonderful man, has more reservation, and patience in his whole entire body than I have in my little pinky. And I truly, truly appreciate people like you, my friend. But unfortunately, this sad reality, they've already lost it. The 30% of you that didn't vote for it, I'm sorry. But it's going. And there's nothing we can do to stop it. You already said the damage that has already been done is irreversible. And if we are able to reverse it, it's going to take years. So farmers who voted for this, you might want to go have a talk with that man. Rule America, fuck around and find out is here.
Soybeans. Trump's tariff, who's really losing here. While US and China were busy throwing tariff at each other, China quietly locked a huge soybean deal with Brazil. On May 13th, China and Brazil signed 20 big agreements, including boosting Brazilian soybean exports to China. And to make it even easier, China lifted bans on 5 Brazilian exporters, clearing the way for companies like Cargill and ADM to start shipping again. And they're doing it with a green badge now, certified deforestation-free soybeans. So it's cheaper, cleaner, and now China getting 70% of its soybeans from Brazil. Meanwhile, over America, even after the 90-day truce, U.S. soybeans are still slapped with 10% tariff. Analysts says U.S. exports could drop 20% this year. Guess who getting hit hardest? American farmers. The same farmers who backed Trump and his tariff war. Now, they're stuck with fewer buyers and lower price. For sure, there's gonna be some government bailouts, but where those money came from? Every time you shop at Target, Walmart, part of your spending help fund those bailouts. Because that's how tariff works. They don't punish other countries. They circle back and hit your wallet. So after all this chaos, China locked in more stable, sustainable suppliers, Brazil laughing all the way to the bank, and American farmers, they're left holding the bag. There's no winner in trade war. Please follow, like, and
Once again, the American people got played and played big. After all the hype, all the headlines, and all the financial damage, the US and China just dropped the tariffs back down to 10%. That whole tower of distraction, a complete waste. Businesses paid outrageous tariffs they'll never get back. Consumers paid the price at the register, and now it's just gone like it never happened. Meanwhile, in the last 100 days, this administration has quietly burned through over $200 billion, and there is nothing to show for it. But guess what? Guess who's winning? The Trump family has reportedly made over $3 billion in the last 3 months, and billionaires like Elon Musk are still collecting massive government contracts and backdoor funding while pretending to be anti-government. We don't even know where half the money is going anymore. This isn't leadership. This is organized crime at the highest level, and it is being done right out in the open. Every single day, I see citizens screaming, begging, and pleading for something to happen, and nothing happens. So maybe it's time we do something different. Maybe it's time we all focus on one thought. Because honestly, when we all focus on that one thing, it usually happens. So let's focus on this. Visualize, and I'm serious, visualize this entire administration being arrested. See them walked out of the White House in handcuffs. Picture that image so clearly in your mind that it feels completely real, because that's how we actually manifest our reality. Maybe we can create that. Maybe we can call it in. But until then, I'm asking you all to go to thepeoplesunionusa.com. See what we're all about. Buy a t-shirt, buy a coffee mug, donate, join our free community forum, and share this video, because no one is coming to save us. We are the ones that we've been waiting for, my friends. Please share. Thank you.
The U.S. has dropped tariffs on China from 145%.
Why?
It was negotiated for Trump and China to pause tariffs for 90 days. So people are predicting 90-day pumping up intervals on the market.
China
is a scam.
If China was scamming us through their tariffs, doesn't that mean we're just getting scammed
Trump
again?
did say China was scamming us on tariffs, which is why he raised it to 145% in the first place. But he's clearly using it as a negotiation tactic to get more fair
But
trade
the tariffs are
deals.
supposed to bring us billions and trillions of dollars, so that means we're just back in the same old system we were in before for 90 days.
It's actually worse because now we pay 10% more for tariffs from China. Why are you so opposed to tariffs getting lowered?
I'm just using the logic given for why it was all okay, but now you're happy that the tariffs are gone. So which one is it?
It's whichever one Trump won. Even though we pay 30% instead of 20% more on China products, this is the art of the deal.
And where did you benefit in this art of the deal? Where did you gain?
A few family members lost their jobs. They pay more for products from America rather than China. My daughter's
So your
hungry.
life got progressively worse, but this was a good thing.
Trump said we have to go through a pain period to have our golden age of America. Even if the economy
Everybody
burns to
that
the
lost
ground.
their jobs, but this is just the art of the deal, everybody!
It's too late. Art of the deal 2025. I waited till America's great, but I thought I could finally eat.
Seriously, love this. Even though there have been some kind of, agreement between China and US, there's still a negative effect with what really happened. Although it has been said that China has imposed, I think, 10% tariffs on the US, and US imposed 30% of tariffs. But the thing is that while this trade war is ongoing and all of that, China backed a deal with Brazil. Like, the thing is that no matter anything that happens, the people who are going to, get affected with all of this controversy are still going to be farmers. They're still going to be, up middle class, or what I even call the poor people and all of that. Like, it is actually shown that these people do not care about anyone but themselves. Okay, with all of the things that went on and on and on, even if he was the person who started these tariffs here and there, then he is now the person trying to fix what he has actually destroyed. And that being said, he's making out of it. Like, who is the one, who is the person benefiting from all of these things going on? The middle class is not going to benefit from it. Every other person is not going to benefit from it. So God knows whosoever that is going to benefit from it. That is why when so many people, try to make some people understand that these people do not really care about you. They don't care about your livelihood. They don't care that you are losing your job. They don't care that you are losing your firms. They don't even care if, anything is going on with you. What they care about is themselves. Okay, just take, for instance, the Afrikaners that has actually flooded in the state. It is said that these ag farmers or ag traders decided to partner with these Afrikaner farmers in order for them to come take over this land, come take over the farmland that is owned by struggling farmers, people who could not meet up with payment and all of that. These people, these refugees, are going to come take it up. What does that bring farmers? The same farmers who, contributed wholeheartedly with the present administration, they are the ones losing it all. And that is why they say, rain sees curse. Rain seeds is very, very expensive. So when you want to be one, you just have to be very ready for the consequences. The same people who keep on, oh my God, let's vote for this, let's vote for that, let's do this, let's do that. You are the one losing it all right now. If you're not listening from the system, you're listening from Afrikaners who is coming to take over your position. That was the reason why that campaign was launched, and VP was able to invest in these Accra traders. I think I posted the video yesterday. You can just check it out. Those are the people coming to take your land and properties. Like, there's something that people that looks like me have been telling you for a very long time. But you wouldn't want to listen because you've allowed, like, what I call it, races to take hold of you. You know? It is just so disappointing at this point that things like this keep on happening. Like, somebody was telling me that if, for instance, this present administration goes off and another one wants to come in, there's so many of these farmers who are all out complaining. We'll still vote thousand and thousand times for an administration that might bankrupt them, but when that is done, they will still come out to cry about how they are getting affected. That's when I say, oh God, these people will never learn. I only feel so sorry again for people who never contributed to all of the things going on, but they are facing the consequences as well. That's just the world we are in. You might not get yourself involved with something, but you're going to face the consequences. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button. Like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. In the comment section of what you think of this video, please subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that. Like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.